Hey, welcome to Inside Game Chat. It's your host, Jared, our friend Dower, and Trey's back again.
I'm back. Long awaited. Sorry, guys. My apologies. I've been gone too long.
He's been partying the whole time.
Yeah.
I've been traveling. I've been stuck at airports. It's been awful. But we're back. Glad to be back.
Welcome back.
Thank you, sir.
We're gonna talk about basketball today instead of games.
Yeah, I'll be here quietly. I'm not.
It's actually sports podcast today. No.
Well, earlier he said he was going to talk about his Dodgers. So.
Go Dodgers. Actually, we should. My Dodgers. Nah, let's not talk about my Dodgers right now because we're in the news a lot for bad reasons. So
that's why.
We'll save that for another time.
You're going to have your hot takes about your Dodgers.
We'll save that for another day. We'll save that for when we.
Just say in one sentence what happened. Like free agency issue or something. Like gambling.
No. So, long story short, Otani's translator, that was his best friend, stole $4.5 million from him because he had $4.5 million in gambling debt. And actually, no, he didn't transfer 4.5. I think he did. But anyways, he had an illegal bookie because you're not supposed to sports bet in California. And he was doing it behind Otani's back. So he was lying to Otani and wiring money from Otani's account to pay his debts off. And now Otani found out. It's a lot. It's a mess. So if you look it up, if you're curious, look it up after. But yeah, so. It's a mess.
My only quick thing is that I don't get is that agent might be making a lot of money, right? So I just don't understand why you guys need to go off to go behind people's back and bet.
So it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
All right, Jared, your turn, man. You can talk games. We can talk about.
I like baseball.
We're talking games.
I like football.
We're talking the games of video.
We can talk about JRPGs now. It's all right. Let's go.
Well, real fast. Mm-hmm. This week, speaking of video games, what's your favorite video game character of all time?
I thought we talked about this before, no?
We might have. Favorite video game villain. Let's go with favorite video game villain of all time.
Oh boy. I mean, if I'm on top of my head, I'm just gonna say something very generic. Is Joker from Arkham City, but he's like a super it's not a video game character. So, but I'm still gonna go with him. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. You can go with it.
Joker from Arkham City. Yeah. What about you, Trevor? Tough.
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, nah. So this is for the old heads that know. I mean, most people will know. My favorite villain, just because it's funny. He's a funny villain. Big Smoke from San Andreas. My favorite villain of all time.
Gotcha.
His order at Cluckenbell. Crazy. Let me get 3 number 5s. Large coat.
But he was a bad guy? That guy? I thought
he was a villain.
Okay.
He was out to kill CJ.
The protagonist, the guy in the white shirt.
Yeah, isn't that also the only the only Grand Theft Auto you can actually custom create your character?
Oh yeah, you can make him fat. If you keep eating, he gains weight. And then you can give him full afro and everything. It's kind of crazy.
And then people will get comment to him, right? The people the NPCs who are walking around.
It's the first.
You're gaining a lot of weight there.
Yeah. It's just a meme. Here we go again.
They should bring that. They should bring that back to the next Grand Theft Auto. Especially since it has a female protagonist.
Oh boy, the internet won't be able to handle it, man. Today, no, oh no. We're living in a crazy age, man. So yeah, I don't think so.
You never told woman I look fat.
You can get away from a lot of things back in the day. Like 20 years ago, you could do a lot of crazy shit and people would just play the game. Like they won't complain. Now with social media and stuff and like with all that politics going on, you cannot do that. Just can't.
No, like back in the day, they didn't care at all. Like,
yeah.
They did like so much, but you got to think we had like a lot of dumb shit, like Jackass, like the movies and stuff, like crazy stuff that like really wouldn't be appropriate now. Like back then, you could pass because like nobody cared in the early mid 2000s.
No,
very raunchy stuff going on,
and the 90s, and the 80s,
and the 90s. But more or less like the late 90s, early 2000s, like around like American Pie and all that crazy stuff.
And that's still considered a classic movie.
It is.
One time at band camp.
Wild.
Man.
My favorite villain of all time, for video game wise, would have to be Shadow. From Sonic?
From Sonic. Okay. Respect that.
I
like Shadow.
Yeah,
he's a good little villain.
When he came in Sonic Adventures 2, like I was right at that age. It's just I'll never forget him because he's more of an anti-hero now, but at that time he was a villain. But yeah,
those Sonic games back in the day were wild. They were crazy good.
And you can play them on Xbox right now through backwards compatibility.
Can you play them on PC or no?
Phil Spencer tell you to say that?
Yes. He texted me and told me to say that.
Oh, okay. You trying to get a sponsorship?
Hey, speaking of sponsorship, don't you have something that you can get a sponsorship with?
No, not necessarily. Unfortunately, not. Not today, guys.
You don't like the headphones anymore now?
Oh yeah, no, I love my headphones. I've been about the update. They're crazy good. Recommend them to everybody.
Gotcha.
So,
like the episode we had issues with, he gave a whole spiel of why these were the best headphones he'd ever bought.
They are. Yep. They're Hyperspeeds Razors.
There we go.
Go get them.
What's the price though? $100?
I think like you can find them on sale probably for like 130.
Okay.
Crazy good though. So.
Yeah, go for the ones above his.
Yeah. Go for it. I'm a budget guy. If I can get something good quality, not have to pay crazy amounts, I'm gonna do it. For sure.
Says the guy with the LG OLED.
Hey, I didn't say it. Sometimes I'm a little bougie when it comes to my tech. What do you want me to do? I'm a gamer though. I'm a gamer. I watch a lot of sports, everything. Like it benefits me, like 100%.
I'm extremely bougie. I have OLED TV, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 10 game consoles plugged up.
Crazy, man.
A Meta Quest. Meta 3, which turned out to be one of my biggest surprises. I really enjoyed it, especially for Half-Life Alyx. Such a good game.
I gotta play that game somehow, some way. I mean, I just cannot do with the virtual reality headset. I need it or something.
Speaking of games, Dower, let me tell you, these games, the games we've been playing this week, I've been on this Helldivers 2 kick so strong. It's like a every night thing now. I'm starting to get, and it's people like I thought people were just saying it. It gets hard. It
does.
It gets crazy. Like I feel like I have PTSD when I get out of that. Like it's insane.
You would never make it as a Starship Trooper.
No, I wouldn't. I think the best thing about that game though is the friendly fire. I think that's like one of the best things because you don't expect it, and then it's. I had to kill myself in order to save my other people though, but it killed them too.
How? Can you explain how that happened?
Okay, so we were getting destroyed, and there were more bugs coming at us. Okay. And I had it, and I had my my orbital strike, and I was like, you know what? And I just threw it down on me. I said, run, and they ran. and they were attacking me, and then everything just blew up.
Gotcha. So,
And so I need my Medal of Honor. You know, I
nice.
think I deserve it.
Honestly, guys, I still haven't gotten it.
I'm gonna have to play it, man.
So, what's your level now, Trey?
I am, I think, 10 or 11 right now.
Oh, okay. I'm right there with you. I'm like level 9.
Okay.
I thought you might be the way you're talking. I thought you were like level 34. There's some people at level 35.
My friends, because I was away like this past week and I didn't get to play, so all the people I play with have leveled up tremendously, and I'm just like,
Gotcha.
I'm probably gonna play it after this episode.
Well, Jared's not that far behind, even without the game. He's right there.
Yeah, I'm level 1.
Yeah, hop on.
HE. I'm like buying it on Steam as we talk.
There we go. Finally.
You pay.
Fantastic game.
Literally, I am buying it right now.
There we go.
I'm not joking.
Who's the developer for Helldivers 2? I mean, hey, we are promoting your game here, so we need Razer sponsorship. We need the what do you call it? The Xbox sponsorship now, and Helldivers 2 sponsorship. So there we go. Somebody, come on, man.
I might as well just buy the $60 version that comes with the extra stuff.
What's different with the $60?
It's a star set. You just get like exclusive like armor and
it actually had like a long list, so it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, unlocks other things as well.
Continue to payment, yada yada yada. PayPal, yes.
All right. So let's see.
Is it me or is Trey frozen or something? No, he's fine. For a second, I thought you were frozen.
Oh no, sir. No sir.
Hey, I
no
almost
sir.
got
No,
enough points. Well, no wait, you can't use Steam points for games. That's stupid. They should make that.
So dumb, right? So dumb. I'm like, I mean, I don't want to customize my profile with the points, though. It's just dumb. It's just that should be free. I mean, when I say free, like we don't have to worry about using your points to customize your profile.
I bought Helldivers. Everyone happy now?
Let's go.
Nice. There we go. All right, cool.
You heard it here, folks. Right on the show. I bought Helldivers. But anyway, any recommendations for games before we go into the news for the week?
We can do new games, right? Brand new games.
Yeah, you can do anything you want.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I know people are calling it this a PS3 looking game, but it's fun as hell if you like Team Ninja games or if you like Sekiro. Play Rise of the Ronin. It's fun. It's not the best looking game. I get it. But gameplay is king, people. And it has difficulty options too. So if you're scared of Souls-like game, you can still play it. It's relatively easy, especially if you play it on the easiest mode. It's really easy. I'm playing at normal difficulty and I'm having a blast. Rise of the Ronin is not the greatest game, but like if you like Souls-like games and if you want to get into Souls-like game, I would say this is a good entry. So give it a try. For sure. Or if you want to wait for a sale, fine. But do pick it up later on. For sure.
It's not for me, so probably I won't pick it up.
Why? Because like a PS3 game?
Nah. It just doesn't look like it interests me. I like weird games. You all know me, my hot takes.
Did you play Wolong Fallen Dynasty by Team Ninja last year?
No, I mean it's still in Game Pass. I could play it.
Yeah, gotcha. So you don't play Team Ninja games at all?
Last one I played and I beat was Ninja Gaiden 2.
Okay. But I heard that's one of the best though. I mean, I played a little bit, but it's just too outdated for me now. So.
And it is harder than most Souls games. I will say that.
No. I mean, it has difficulty options.
Well,
it has difficulty
options. Ninja Gaiden 1. Play it. It is still considered in the top 10 of hardest games of all time. It is even harder.
Top 10, yeah.
It
top
is
10, but I don't know.
It's probably number 1.
No.
It's harder than Elden Ring, and it's harder than
I mean, Elden Ring, yeah, because you can level up in it.
It's harder than Sekiro too.
Nope, you haven't even played that game. You can't even comment. You haven't played it, so you can't comment on it. So
Jared's gonna get so much hate in the comments of his hot takes.
I mean, you gotta play the game before you give a comment, right? I mean, you just can't do that.
I played a few minutes of Sekiro.
Yeah,
A few
minutes.
It
minutes.
just wasn't for me, okay? But
Okay, whatever.
Ninja Gaiden is so much harder. I know for a fact it is.
It's just nostalgia speaking, guys. That's all. Let's go.
It's a
All right,
Okay,
Trey, your
okay,
turn.
Gower. You have to play. It's in Game Pass. No, you have to play the original, not the one in Game Pass. Find an
That's
original.
different though.
The original one has no difficulties on options or anything. The one that they have
Okay.
in Game Pass is the one that had lower amount enemy counts, lower.
No blood.
Yeah, like the true Xbox version is beyond hard. Like Ninja
Okay.
Gaiden Black.
All right, Trey. Recommendations for us, Trey.
Oh, Helldivers 2 all the way. Go ahead.
There we
Soldiers,
go.
we need you guys. We need everyone we can to hop in to save the world. All right.
Are you gonna play? Are you gonna play tonight? Like right after the podcast, or no?
Maybe, probably, yeah. More
All right. Okay.
likely. If you want to
I'll
play,
hop on. I'll hop on if you want to play.
go.
It depends, but I probably will hop on too. But I'm supposed to join my real life friend. His name's Tyler. He's awesome, and we're supposed to play Final Fantasy Online since it came to Xbox.
Oh, feel like I haven't even thought about playing that. I know a lot of people that play it though.
Oh
so
well, I mean, right now if you
enjoy.
on Game Pass, you get the $20 edition for free, and it's 30 days if you want to try it. So basically, you get to try the game and the first
Not
3
too bad.
expansions.
Not too bad. I
So
might dabble.
that's my recommendation. I haven't got to try it yet, but I'm recommending it. People do that. I mean, it's always worth a try a game.
Yeah, absolutely.
So why don't we jump into the news this week?
News.
So basically, it's a double topic, so to speak. But did you all hear that the classic Battlefronts have been ported to modern consoles?
Yes, I've seen
And
that.
they are some of the worst ports along.
Ever.
I also heard that as well. But I kind of expected it because it was kind of random how they announced that. But also, they made it to where you could play online, but they tried to port like original Xbox and like PS2 games to play online. I think that was like the big thing.
Well, they originally both had online, so they should work. But
Yeah.
the issue is the games are not stable at all.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I heard server issues. Like, I
they've got
mean, a
server
lot of
issues.
people are. Yeah, like a lot of people want to play, but at max there's like 3 slots or something like that.
Yeah,
So
that was part of it. But
yeah,
the other part was like if I haven't played them yet, but if you've seen the videos, like everything's like all the graphics are jacked up, like they're like on the ground. You know how it's supposed to be like maybe snow or dirt or whatever. It's rainbow.
What in the heck?
It's like the graphics aren't forming right, and
Oh my gosh.
like guns are floating upside down, like.
really, wow, that's bad.
And this is what brings us into the actual topic. Is it really do you all agree that it's bad that it's becoming a standard to release broken games? Like if you go back to the GTA ports, they were just as bad from a couple years ago.
Yeah, I think companies as a whole now, than it was like years back, are releasing broken games because they can just think that they can push it out and just release an update that will patch everything, and that just doesn't seem the case. Like back then, like they put it out on disc and you didn't get an update. That was just the game. And if there was a bug in the game, then it will forever be in the game, until they like did like a remaster or something to patch it. But now it's so easy just to send an update through the internet and through like over online for all these games to update what's wrong with it. And that's the big thing about it. I mean, I don't know. That's just how our industry's gotten lazy. I feel like
It's true. I mean, it's hard for me to say like what Trey just said. I just wanted to follow up on that. It's just like he's kind of right. They're being lazy, but I don't want to say that as like a person who plays their games because they do work hard. But it's just like I'm just gonna compare like from the past though. Like back in the day, like we're gonna talk about a major game today. Like our topic today, The Witcher 3. It's a massive ass game. Like it's huge, and they took 3.5 years to develop that game. Now games are like smaller than Witcher 3, like not have the same quality, and it takes 5, 6 years to develop. And when they do come out, they're not like fully, like not full good quality games. There is something missing or some
Yeah.
issues. For example, what do you call it? Cyberpunk. Same developer, by the way. Cyberpunk came out. It had a lot of flaws. So I mean, people had more passion back in the day. I would say I'm talking about developers, or like there were just more, or there was some deadlines and stuff. Like I don't know, like what was going on behind the scenes back in the day. But like games
Yeah.
did not launch like this back in the day, unless I missed something. But
Well,
yeah.
games are a lot more demanding now than they once were as well. So I do
No,
give them
but
some credit for
no, no.
that. You
But
know?
like I said, but like the game that I just mentioned to you, The Witcher
Yeah.
3, it's massive as hell. It was one of the best looking games when it came out, right? And
Yeah.
it had a lot to offer. I mean, that didn't launch like how like games are launching now left and right. And then for example, I know they took their time with this game, Red Dead Redemption 2. They definitely took their time. But when it came out, it was perfect. There was no
Yeah.
issue with it. It was one of the best polished games that came out, and it's huge. Red Dead Redemption 2 has a lot to
Oh
offer.
yeah.
I mean, games now they're not releasing, and that means there's not just I'm talking about brand new games. Like for example, Last of Us Part One. I mean, it's an old game, right? But its release on PC was horrendous. Like people were just like complaining. All those pictures they showed, like the clips they showed of Joel's face, like fuzzing out or something. So it was crazy. I mean, it's not just with the new games; it's with the big developers with their old games remastering.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
Star Wars Jedi Survivor last year was a mess. Even though I did not have any bugs with it, but I mean, did not face any glitches. But people were complaining about it left and right. So.
Well, in my little opinion, and I'm going back a while, but I kind of agree more with Trey, but it really started when Assassin's Creed Unity came out.
Oh my god, what a mess.
That's
What a mess.
that's almost 10 years old now. Don't you
Yeah,
remember
what a
that?
mess that game was. Yeah.
Like no face, they were just eyeballs.
Yeah,
and
you just seen
cutscenes.
eyeballs. Yeah, it was crazy.
Like just thinking back, and then the next really big one, I think, would have been a game that I'm pretty sure you were excited for at the time. What was it? A bullet. It was like a bullet game, Trey.
Bulletstorm?
No, it wasn't Bulletstorm. Crap. I just know it launched so bad that it basically it wiped from history, and you were excited for it.
I thought, well, Bulletstorm was the game to get the Gears 3 beta.
Yeah. Well, no, it wasn't Bulletstorm. This
It
game
wasn't
came
Bulletstorm?
out. It was no. It was a first person shooter. Why am I drawing a blank on
I don't
it?
know.
And,
Well, it can't be that good because I don't remember.
well, they re-released Bulletstorm twice now. It's actually a good game, and they got it in VR. I might pick it up in VR. I love Bulletstorm. But
okay.
I mean, it was playable. The game that I'm trying to think of came out wasn't playable. But now I'll post it on Twitter if I ever remember it, guys.
Yeah,
But
post it on Twitter.
but moving on from that one, then it would probably next really, really big would have been Cyberpunk. And it really was like the PC version. It was like the way the game run even on PC and stuff. Like I remember seeing the old memes of that golden trash bag, one single golden trash bag versus all the other ports. That was it. The PC port was the golden trash bag. But
yeah, that was a rough one, man. I was so excited for that game to come out too, and it was so buggy.
But that was the only game that year that released that with with bugs and like how not in a polished way. Other than that, all the games that released that year were fine, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Well, yeah, but to be fair with I mean, like Cyberpunk, I think the reason why it was so hyped up is because it was coming. CD Projekt Red was coming off of Witcher 3 as their last game that they made, developed, which we'll be talking about Witcher 3 in like later down the road, in the next few minutes. But I think that's what the situation was. Is like, are we going to get RPG like Witcher 3, but in this, cyberpunk era? And like this, like, and that was exciting. That was exciting. We thought we were getting the next, big thing.
The game itself is good though.
Now, yeah, the game is good now.
I'm talking about story wise and like the gameplay, everything. It's just the world itself. I mean, it was not polished and stuff, but like the world itself had a lot to offer. The dialogues, the writing is phenomenal. In that
it
game.
is. It's good.
I played
music
is fire. Yeah,
I've played it since the update and stuff, but I just feel like a lot of how bad it was is that like everyone just stopped playing and they won't. And that's like some people. Once you put it down, you won't pick it back up, which sucks.
Yeah. I mean, have you beaten it though?
No, I haven't beaten it. Okay. No, okay. I've done a lot of side quests, but I haven't beaten it.
Gotcha.
What year did Cyberpunk come out?
2020, December 2020. It's supposed to come out April 2020 originally. Then got moved September, then November, and then December. And then people were like, it still needed another delay.
It needed a whole year.
Yeah, absolutely. But Trey, I'm just gonna say that game is still it's not Witcher 3 level greatness, but it's a great game in my opinion. And I was gonna say that if you do somehow beat the main story, definitely play their DLC, the Phantom Liberty expansion. It's one of the best DLCs I've played in a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, Phantom Liberty is a critics. Yeah, there's a character in that game, Songbird. She's my favorite. And then there's a big actor in that game too, in that DLC. Giardino, I'm talking about.
I can't think of his name, but if you said the
Alba,
the guy who Alba, but it's the guy who replaced Deadshot in Suicide Squad 2.
Oh, really? I haven't watched Suicide Squad, by the way. It was the second one.
The first one was Will Smith, and then it was the guy who, when Will Smith didn't come back for the second one, they pretty much replaced him.
First one was bad. Second one was good, right?
Oh, they both were, in my opinion, were both good.
So, really? Okay.
They're not the greatest, but they were both good.
Mm-hmm. Idris Elba, right? That's his name, I believe. Idris Elba. All right, cool. Him. And then Keanu Reeves is still there, so he's fun as Johnny Silverhand. He's awesome, man. He's awesome in that game.
But if you really go back in time, like the two, you want to know what the two worst games? Like they did this a long time ago, probably pre Xbox One generation. There was this list of the worst games of all time. Number 1 was E.T., which makes sense.
They buried those games.
Yeah. Second one was Superman 64.
Yeah.
On N64. Yeah.
Yep.
Rough.
But like games get released in bad states all the time, but it always sucks.
Yeah.
And I guess it hurts us more when we're excited for the game and then it releases.
Yeah. But like when you say the games release in bad state all the time, like it has happened even in the 90s too, by the way. But like they were not happening in such consistent occurrence like it happens now. Like you will see, like you will go 3 months now with like 3 bad releases or 4 bad releases. Back in the day, within 5 months or 6 months, you will have just 1 bad release or 2, maybe at max.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, last year was like a lot of games released in very unpolished, way. So a lot of
these microtransactions are killing games too.
I mean, but I still don't know what it has to do with like games not releasing, in a fresh state or like in a good state. Like
it's just very repetitive now. I don't know.
What about Last of Us Part 1? I don't know if it had any microtransactions, but
no. Last of Us, but that's like one of the greatest. Like that's in like probably a lot of people's top 10 of all time.
But I'm talking about the PC port for that game.
It
was horrendous. And
she was trash.
Yeah, Jedi Survivor came out 2 months later. That was bad too. And there were a couple more games around that same time that did not launch, the way people would
hot take. I think these PC players need to stop trying to force port console games. Maybe get a console where it was originally played. Dower, I seen the PC tweet.
You saw it today? You don't like it? Damn. I'm actually switching to PC, man. Even 4 years from now.
he didn't get the like from me. He's switching from console to PC. Nah, I don't have a problem with PC. I got a PC.
I've got everything. I just play.
It's not that I don't. In my tweet I said I love both of my consoles, but I just want to stay on one platform. It's just sometimes I feel bad when my PS is like shut down for 4 days or my Xbox is shut down for 4 days. I just want to play on one specific console. I don't want my
You just there's one thing to it. You just don't need to sleep anymore. Get enough time to play all of them.
Yeah, you're right, man. Work is crazy, man. What up, Jared? What's going on?
I was actually there was one other game. It's still bugging me, the one I was talking about. Games that launch broken. So. Oh yeah, the Master Chief Collection launched.
That was awful.
It was the multiplayer aspect though. The main game, the
Yeah.
campaign stuff was fine.
I remember I skipped class that day to play.
There was another game that launched the same year as Cyberpunk. It was just kind of shadowed, but Battlefield 2024.
2042.
Yeah, 2042.
2042.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was the other one. That was the other one that launched bad that year. And I'm actually looking.
That launch bad was not because the game wasn't polished. It just it did not have good content, right? Something like that.
No, it wasn't
right?
polished. It was not running well at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, it was like unplayable. Servers were bad. Like it's fixed now and actually gets seasons and it's actually playable and a lot of people play it now.
Yeah, I mean, I get you. You were probably 100% right, but I was just like people were kind of complaining that like the stuff that they showed during the E3 presentation that was not there in the game. Like some storm part in the game was not there. Like there was a cool storm sequence they showed in the E3 presentation. It was not available in the game. So a lot Destin complained about it. Destin Legary, I remember that part.
Good man. Everybody should subscribe to his YouTube channel.
I mean, sometimes he kind of contradicts himself, man. Sometimes he does. He likes it. He's good with his cookies, but still.
Well, it's not really contradictions. As people get older, opinions change. I always say it, like, because a lot of the stuff he contradicts himself on are usually years from the past.
Nah, I mean, his Xbox take recently were kind of like, whatever. We'll talk about this later.
We'll talk about this on another episode. But anyway, let's move on. Oh, I got one more for you that launched in horrible condition. 76.
Oh, Fallout 76?
Yep.
Bad states, man. They need to stop releasing a game in these bad states.
It's a really good game now. Not a really good. I mean, like it has a good, decent community now. People play it like every day, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, but that's just. Is it a problem that we're starting to get the trend where literally you launch a broken game, but then fix it after it's been out a while?
Yeah, it's like we'll fix it over time. Don't worry.
No.
But I will say this: some of the more recent, most successful games were like that. Good one to Sea of Thieves. It wasn't broken, but it was just light on content. Mm-hmm. And now it's coming to PlayStation, and it's the #1 most pre-ordered game on PlayStation on record now. So,
people are dying to play a 7-year-old game.
Well, a lot of people don't buy 2 consoles.
I know, but still. I mean, imagine if it was the other way around. Like people were buying MLB The Show game. I mean, it was the #1 pre-ordered game on Xbox too, I believe, when it came out.
Yes.
On Xbox 21.
Yeah, it actually sold better on Xbox even with Game Pass. That was what was like really freaked people out that year.
Yeah. But still, it was a brand new game. I mean, it's an old series, but that was a brand new game we were getting that year. The same game that was coming to Xbox was the same game coming to PlayStation as well. So it was a brand new game too, and a good one. I actually enjoyed MLB, the first one, the 21 on Xbox. Have you played MLBs on your Xbox?
A little bit, but I'm not a sports guy. You all know that.
What about Trey? No?
Yeah, I play every year. Dower. I play every year.
It's Trey.
I'm the sports game reviewer in this chat. You know, if anyone's going to play a sports game, it's going to be me.
What about hockey? Do you play hockey?
I've played the NHL. I've dabbled.
Gotcha. It's also on
Yeah.
Game Pass.
What about
It's on Game Pass.
WWE 2K?
This new one apparently hurts fire. I have not played the new one.
UFC?
But the UFC, the latest one that came out, yeah, was great. That was fun. I like playing Nick Ready. Yeah.
You know what they need to bring back that's a sports game that I would play?
Fight Night.
Maybe, but there's another one, and it is a boxing game.
Oh no. What are you gonna say, Jared? Don't be cringe.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Oh no.
That was
Leave.
I think it's coming. I think it's coming with the Sega stuff because it is a Sega game. You could play as Shaq and Michael Jackson in too.
Crazy.
Shaq.
Yeah, Shaquille. Shaquille. Shazam.
Yeah, like they had a bunch of guest characters you could play, like Shaq, Michael Jackson. There was one more famous person in it, and then
Crazy.
and then the announcer who's like for all the like he doesn't announce anymore, but back in the 80s and 90s, the announcer was the legit announcer for fighting.
Oh, for WCW, I guess.
No, not WCW, for like boxing. He was like the boxing announcement, like the legit real world dude.
Gotcha.
I can't think of his name, but yeah. Anyway, why don't we move on to our game of the week? Who's excited for it?
Game of the week.
Oh, we're not talking about Xbox handheld first.
Do what?
The handheld. We're not talking about.
Oh yeah, handheld. Let's rewind for a second. Go back. So, apparently, thanks to Jazz Corden of Windows Central, making the story, which it's been rumored for a few months, but that Xbox is working on a handheld. And for more information now, it's native. So which means it's probably not going to have an X built into it because that's still a little too much for a handheld. Maybe give it a couple years, but it's probably got I'd say a Gen 2 Series S built into it.
Okay.
If that comes to market, do you think, I think a lot of people's fear about Xbox will be fine because people are going to go buy that if they make it the right price. The only people it's going to hurt is disc people. It's not going to have a disc drive on it.
Yeah, I mean, sorry. I mean, all the handheld devices don't have disk drive, like Steam, Deck,
yeah,
PS Portal, whatever.
So,
the Rogue Alley.
Would you buy it?
I'd buy it. Oh yeah, I'd buy it. I think it, especially for people that are traveling and that don't want to. It's very appealing to you have that one like gaming community that only plays on handheld. They don't like do anything else. Like you see how successful the Switch is, and even the PlayStation Portal is somewhat successful. I see a lot of people having portals, and that's not even a whole machine in itself. It's just a streaming tablet. Versus if you put a Series S into like a handheld,
right.
if you put like a Series S type thing into a handheld that runs off its own system. That's like crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah.
See, I totally forgot about
it would be a legit Game Pass machine.
Yeah. So.
Would you believe?
But like people.
I haven't played half of these.
That?
Would you believe I haven't played half of these, but I have them.
No, I was gonna say, but like it's not just gonna be Game Pass machine. You will be able to play your own games too.
Well, yeah, that's true. But for like people just coming to the Xbox first time, they won't have games. So it pretty much will be a Game Pass machine.
Yeah. I mean, according to a lot of people, Series S is considered a Game Pass machine too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But I think that one you could really just flat out say it's a Game Pass machine.
For me, if I want to buy a handheld, I bought Steam Deck. I got rid of it and give it to my brother. The reason why it's a great machine, by the way. The big problem was the battery life. So I'm like, I mean, if you want me to play outside on a portable, I want it to at least last 2.5 to 3 hours. None of my games, like the big games, I mean, I play mostly the AAA games. None of those games last an hour 10 minutes. I mean, my battery goes from like 100 to 0 within 90 minutes or
Mm.
less.
Y-
Less than 90 minutes.
You need
But
to
that's not.
expand into some indie games, boy. There's some really good indies out there.
But I like my triple A's.
Yeah, love
Yeah,
triple
I mean,
A's.
and if it's for Steam Deck, the main selling point was you can play you can play Elden Ring, you can play Control on it. All right, cool. Let me play it. Oh, ran out of battery. Plug it in all the time and play it, man. It's just dumb. So
Well, they just have
Yeah.
to put the
only
right
game.
battery in it, and if they want to sell, that would be a good selling point for Xbox saying,
I
hey,
think
our handheld has the longest battery life of 5 hours.
oh, that would be awesome. 5 hours? You kidding me? I'll take that. Yeah, yeah. But
Um,
like with Steam OLED, they actually improved the battery life a little bit. I think they took it up by another hour with the Steam OLED, the new ones that came out.
and there is another rumor that he didn't really cover in the article. I don't think. I didn't get to read the whole article. But it could be that Microsoft is going to release the iOS, and that means you just have to build an AMD handheld. And that means you could get stuff like a Rogue version of the Xbox handheld, like a Rogue Ally or a.
That's its battery life is actually worse than Steam Deck Rogue Allies. That's what I've heard from people.
Well, that's because it's Windows. Windows has a whole lot of iOS running. Steam Deck's is Linux, which has less, which makes
True,
sense.
but it also offers better gaming experience too. I think it's the 1080p.
Yeah.
The Rogue Ally and Steam Deck is 900p, I believe, something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
But they're gonna also. I mean, that's very intriguing to have something like that. But Nintendo fans are very loyal, and like Nintendo already has that market like swooped up. You
But
know.
to that point, Switch gives you a good battery life for their games. I know
Oh
their games are
yeah.
not that demanding, but
But yeah, graphical power nowhere near. Like if you were to run like Forza Horizon, like
yeah,
that battery's going quick, man.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, Switch for its games is a great device. I mean,
Oh yeah,
the portable device for all the game ports
fantastic.
were great too. Yeah.
Well, it's just something to see. I'll probably buy it. What about you, Dower? We already know Trey's going to buy it. Him and his
Uh,
tech.
like I said, it depends on the battery life and the price too. So if it's like 400 with good battery life, I'll pick it up. Yeah. And obviously one more thing, it's the storage space too. Like I don't want only to be 500 megabytes or something and only download 2 games
I
at
have a
max.
weird feeling that they will use their proprietary storage cards. I say it'll come with, let's say, probably the same amount as the S, like the 520. But you can get if you have the proprietary storage card, it's probably going to have a slot, slides in, and then you can go up to a
Uh,
terabyte.
the same SSD you use for the Series X and S.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that'd be a good
I
way to
mean,
do it.
if you have it, but if you don't have it, that's another $200 right there.
They've
So go
actually
ahead.
gone down. You can usually find the 1 terabyte for about 89 to $120 on sale.
Okay, that's not bad then. Yeah.
Only thing that deters me away from a lot of handheld games is that a lot of games now that we play are like online required to some extent. So that's the only thing that like you would have to know a specific game. Like I could only probably play single player games. You know, I can't just go and play a match of Call of Duty. I mean, if I have a hotspot, sure,
Yeah.
but like there's not a lot of people have hotspots like that. So
Well, and some cities have open networks, so and those can support it. Um, I know City Center in Charlotte, where I live, has an open network, so you can just
yeah,
like if you're in the city center, just free Wi-Fi, and it's
yeah.
decent
So
Wi-Fi too. And but that's not necessarily a bad thing. And I wouldn't be surprised if they did like if Xbox did the old system linking. So if somebody's nearby, you could do like co-op games and stuff.
wouldn't be bad.
So because they already have that technology, they've had it since Xbox One. Why not put it implement a new version of it in the handhelds?
Sure.
And even then, they could probably still, because I know I can talk to both my Xboxes on my Wi-Fi. So It wouldn't be bad. But we'll see. We know most of us are gonna buy it. Miles Dower. He just wants to know the certain things, which I have a weird feeling out of all of us, he'd be the first one to buy it.
I mean, it depends on the price. If it's $300 or 400, if it's 300, yeah, definitely, yeah. But I have to see. We have to see. First of all, we have to see if it's true.
It'll be $100 more than what the S is, just because it's a handheld.
So that's $400 then. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, but we have to see if it's true. By the way, let's see. I mean, Xbox knows how to disappoint us at times. So
that's valid.
Very valid. But you want to talk about The Witcher now?
Yeah.
Let's talk about The Witcher. Let's talk about The Witcher.
Trey, have you played it?
Yeah, I'll play The Witcher.
There's not many people who haven't played The Witcher, and if you have it, you should.
There are some people.
And here's why you should. It's actually a really good game.
I mean, for me, it's like when I've heard from a lot of people when they start, they say it has a slow start and all that. For me, it really like picked me from the very, like I got hooked up from the very first minute of the game. Like the presentation, like how it starts with the Geralt and the Yennefer in the room. It's just like, and then you go meet Ciri, trainer, all that. It really hooked me up from the very first minute. And I played it like 4 years after it came out. And when I first played it, I was actually blown away, like with how good the game is. The quality wise, the dialogue, all the options, like how your choices affect and everything. And this was all this was brand new thing for me, like the RPG stuff. This was one of the first RPG games I played, and I didn't know at that time I was playing one of the greatest RPGs of all time. I did not know. I thought it was just like one of the basic games that I'm playing right now because it was available on Game Pass at the time. And I was like, all right, this is legit. This game is pretty awesome. And it's just like from start to beginning, man. There were few annoying points in the game, but like there was not a point of the game that I was bored. Like I was legit never bored in that. And it's the third installment of the series. I did not even play the second and first, and it was pretty easy to get into that game. In my opinion, it was a lot of people don't play games like the third of Witcher 3 because they have not played the second and the first. I would say, guys, you don't really need to play those two to get into this game.
Yeah, because they take place like many years apart. Many years apart.
Yeah.
In the first 2 hours, there will be a part where they will reference to Witcher 2 stuff, like the stuff that happened in Witcher 2, but it's just quick. We'll be done with that within 2 hours, and then it's a whole new story starting right after.
Yeah.
And I feel like Witcher 1, I never played it from what I read, though it was more of an arena game. Like it had some elements of a thing, but like it spent a lot of time in like this arena style fighting and junk. That's why they're remaking it from the ground up. So we're gonna get a new one, and it's
open world.
What?
The remake is open world. The Witcher 1 remake is going to be open world. That's what they said in their reports.
So that'll be when everybody can play it again. I say it'll be closer to Witcher 3, but I say they may dial it back a little bit on powers and stuff because this is supposed to be when Geralt's young. I think it's actually even before Ciri, which is a big part of 3.
I mean, Ciri wasn't even in Witcher 2. I played Witcher 2, and Witcher 2 is also a good game. It's a really good game. Ciri wasn't even in Witcher 2, to be honest.
Is that a spoiler? Is this spoiler to say? Because I mean, that's what The Witcher 3 is like kind of based off of. You know, looking for
we're gets small spoilers like just like you don't do major plot points. We can talk about like Bloody Baron and that kind of stuff. So don't worry about that. We made that clear last week when we.
They're looking for their surrogate daughter at first, like starting out. You know.
And she is actually my favorite character in the game, is Ciri.
Ciri?
Yeah.
Every time I keep saying Ciri, my iPhone pops up open.
Oh yeah, I'm not. I'm keeping it away.
Mine. I can say Ciri and it not affect anything because I have it shut off. I don't like that feature because
I think Witcher 3
with Alexa.
The Witcher 3, I think, was one of the first games that I enjoyed playing the side quests just as much, if not more, than the main quest. because like you have all like you just explore. Like I get lost for hours sometimes. So it's like holy crap.
But like Trey, those side quests are actually linked up to the main quest.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, I'm one of those guys who just normally, when I play story mode games or like action adventure, I want to focus on main story. I only play side quests when like I need to play to level up, right? To
hmm
level up for the main mission. But those side quests, like you said, once you get into them, you're like, okay, let's see where else it leads.
yeah.
Like, let's see where else how further it can go. Like and the story just was
You
just like
meet the different characters and all. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
a great
and
game.
you can get to characters early by going like side quest paths and that kind of stuff. And my favorite side quest in the game is Gwent.
That's a
It's a good
game
one.
card.
Gwent is amazing, and I've been meaning to try the phone version. Just haven't, but because it's really online based, kind of like that game that's Hearthstone. So,
Mm.
but Gwent is a great game, just flat out. I mean, I love it. I got all the cards in a playthrough. It was so much fun.
What else do you like about it? I mean, Jared, I mean, give your like a whole like a brief
Oh, for
review.
me,
Yeah.
the exploration was probably what I enjoyed the most out of the game, because I was like trying to get better gear and stuff. I want better armor, but I want all the Witcher armor. Okay, let's go find it and do all the Witcher hunting quests to find the armors and stuff. I'm like my playthrough right now. I'm duked out, and I think it's not the wolf armor, but it's one of the other ones. And I'm actually avoid saying it because it kind of goes with our pop quiz
Name.
question later. But yeah.
Oh. All right.
So, and that'll be a memory one for you guys. So if you all can remember.
I mean, I looked at the question. I was kind of like, I don't know. To be honest.
So,
Oh yeah, it's been a while. Yeah.
but going to find the special weapons and just all around challenges. And there is one side quest, and I'll get a little spoiler with these, is the one where you go around and just do bar fights or brawls.
Yeah.
Like, in the last thing you fight, I never have beaten him.
Okay, I've not done that side quest then. I thought it was like a contract thing. Like this, you just basically go earn some money with those quests. It's not like a side quest. It's like a
No, it's a
contract
full side quest because it has a surprise ending.
thing. Okay, another reason to play. Can I quickly say something before you go on? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So before we did this episode, if we're gonna start this episode today, I was just reading some stuff about Witcher 3 development and all that. I did not know you could get 36 different endings with this game. And some of the endings that I read, I mean, I should not have read it because I should have played. But obviously, I'm not gonna play this whole game again. It's a 50-hour long game. So I
Yeah.
read some of the endings I've read. I was like, it blew me away. I'm like, what the hell? This could actually happen in this game. I've beaten this game twice, and I've gotten two good endings, but like with some different elements to that gets to the ending. But my ending was similar. But like I've heard there's 36 different endings. I'm just like, wow. Like
Kind of crazy.
this is a huge game, people. You could the choices can totally affect the game. One of the endings I read actually kind of like pissed me off. It was a really bad ending. I'm like, really, this happens in the game? Like, really, could happen. That could happen.
Have you ever played Mass Effect? You talk about some crazy endings. Mass Effect 2 especially.
I mean, I've seen. Yeah, I mean, people like actually were mad at my playthrough of Mass Effect 2 because a lot of people died in my playthrough. So
That's
sorry
why
about
you
that.
don't rush through Mass Effect 2. You go and explore the galaxy, and you get some nice crap and some really good stories. But we're not on Mass Effect 2. We'll talk about that another time. We're on Witcher 3.
Witcher 3. I mean, Jared, you can go now. I'm sorry I took your time, but like,
no. It's fine. You always can jump in. Let's see. And I love all the little series when you take control of her and do her little. I wish.
flashback missions.
Yep. And Siri, like, because of the way she plays, I always said she would be excellent for like a fighting game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, she would be.
Geralt is actually
You
a
know
fighting
one.
game.
Yeah, he's in Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur.
Yeah, like Siri could do Soul Calibur, but I think she would be more adept to something like Killer Instinct or
I
Street
was gonna say Tekken 8.
Tech or
I was gonna say
Tekken. She would
Tekken
work
8,
too, or lastly Street Fighter. She the way she moves, she would have a teleporter. She's more close probably to Mortal Kombat than Street Fighter.
True.
'Cause she
Mortal
has,
Kombat will work because she has a weapon too. So
yeah,
yeah,
she's
that
got a
helps.
weapon. She's got a teleport. She actually has super strength, so she can throw people. Um, not to mention,
And she's fast.
if you look up some of her other like lore-based abilities, like she can do like a spirit grab, like grab somebody's like spirit and pull them. So,
Oh, yeah.
she would be perfect for a fighting game. I want her in one so bad. I had this because Killer Instinct is one of the more versatile ones. I always had a list of like characters that could go in that. She is like at the top of my list with Ruby from Wet, which is a great 360 game. If you ever have a chance to play it, I think it's still available on PC. It's a great game.
I wouldn't mind a new Killer Instinct game, by the way. We kind of need it. It's been a while.
Well, they just did a massive update to the latest one.
Yeah, but still, that's just an update, Kat. I know it's a great update, but like we need
Well,
a
they
new
revived
game.
the servers, and that was pretty much them saying that Iron Galaxy is finally working on the next installment.
Oh, they are. Oh, cool. Great.
Not confirmed, but it's pretty obvious because it was them who did the update. So I'm excited for a new Killer Instinct.
Yeah. So that new Killer Instinct, if it comes out, it's gonna be an Xbox exclusive, or like what is it gonna be?
I say it'll launch Xbox and PC simultaneously, and it would not surprise me if, depending on how well it does, like a year later it launched on other platforms. If they did it right, they could do a Switch and PlayStation. See,
my question. So I'm sorry, I didn't word my question right. I'm like, is Killer Instinct now an Xbox property now?
Oh, it's been an Xbox property since they bought Rare in like the early 2000s.
Oh. Okay. I did not know it was owned by Rare, the game. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Killer Instinct's owned by Rare. So, Trey, what are your favorite aspects of the game?
Well, I think for the most part, like I harped on like with the side quests and how I got lost in the side quests, which I usually don't do with like RPGs. I just like kind of follow the plot and just go. And just how the amount of different like creatures and just the open, like being that open world whenever that game came out. Like the only other game we seen something like that was when Skyrim was released. And it was nice just to still follow Geralt's story still and stuff like that, and like the experiences, emotion and stuff. And I feel like with like Elder Scrolls games and like just you don't get really emotion from your character because I mean it's you do quests and things like that, but like a person, like a character that you're playing as, just like for example with like Halo, like you have Master Chief and stuff. So sometimes I like having like a main guy that like I can follow his story through and stuff. So, but I mean, overall, it's one of the best RPG games to come out. And I mean, in gaming, that's just bar none. It's just, I mean, with the awards, that's one and everything like that too.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a
great game.
It's not just a great RPG; it's a great game. I mean, in my opinion, I think set the standard for how RPG open world games should be. Like, it's beautiful. Like, it's a good looking game. I mean, I'm playing the next gen version recently, and I was like, man, there are some games today that just don't even look as good as Witcher 3. I mean, games that came out this generation, and then the quality, the content, the acting, Geralt's voice acting, Yennefer's voice acting, Trish, like they all were like top notch. Like they were like brilliantly done by everybody. And then the writing, and then the like the nighttime effects. Like this game has everything. Like I mean, it's funny. It's like has a good story. It can get scary at times when you play some night hunting mission. There's some that freak the hell out of me in that game. And then there like at times this game makes you think too. I mean this one I was a kind of like a newbie when I first started playing this game. There was a mission with the Trish, a main mission. There was a creature you needed to fight inside a dungeon. And I kept every time I kept hitting him, his health kept going back up. I did not understand why his health, like why he was healing again and again, until I paused the game, went to YouTube, I looked it up. I just gave up on it. I just went to YouTube to look it up. It said you need to fight that creature at daytime because if you fight him at night, he's just gonna heal. That's just his ability. You cannot beat him at nighttime. So what I did was go back, meditated, waited till the next morning, went back, and then killed him. I'm like stuff like this. It's just like mind-boggling, like how much detail this game, like the stuff that the game offers is just crazy. And
Yeah.
what else? That yeah. So when I was saying the like how it set the standard and everything, then after this we got what do you call Red Dead Redemption 2, which is on another level of from one of the greatest games. Then you got
Mm-hmm.
Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed took a lot of Witcher element. Assassin's Creed Odyssey took a lot of Witcher element, and
Yep.
still it's still with the side quest, it's just like it's not even comparable. Like Witcher 3 side quests are just so much better than Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Like some of the side Assassin's Creed Odyssey side missions are just like just go kill this guy and move on, just you level up. So but Assassin's Creed Odyssey is also a great game. And so I mean The Witcher 3 has impacted a lot of games today, in my opinion. And I think I'm not wrong.
No, you're
No,
not. You're
you're
not.
not.
You're not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, here's a fun little question for y'all. Who is your key romance?
But you go first.
I don't even remember her name. It's been so long since I played.
Brown hair, black hair, red hair, black or blonde. There's only like 3 colors, but I can tell you who they are.
There's one
Blonde.
DLC
Blonde.
too.
Blonde.
Kira Mitz.
That
That's
probably was Kira.
Yeah, Kira Mitz, the witch lady, who can teleport to a different world.
Yeah. Kira.
She showed up for her boobs in the very beginning of the game. Sorry, people, for the spoiler.
What about you?
I mean, I want to say Yennefer for me, but it's the girl from the DLC, Shani, I believe,
Yep.
from Heart of Stone. She's awesome. She is. I love her, man. When I first and I think she's also from the first game too. I've not played the first game, people. I should, but once the remake comes out, I'll play it. And yeah, she's excellent. Her voice acting, her voice is phenomenal. I mean, the evil guy in Hearts of Stone kind of forced me to go like make out with her. So, and I just did what he said. But Yennefer would be close second for me. I know people mostly say it's Trish. Everybody, like pretty much all the good people say Trish, but like Yennefer has something about her. It's just like her. I don't know. It's just the
I don't
black
like
hair.
Yennefer either. It's a fight between Shawnee and Trish for
Trish.
me.
Trish Marigold.
Yeah.
I mean, Trish is fun. Trish is definitely fun, but like Yennefer, I don't know, man. It's just something about her aura. Like she's just like she's badass in my opinion, Yennefer. So
But
yeah, and I think she's more of like Geralt's type than Trish is, and that's just me. I think.
I'm just curious to see how romances will work in the next Witcher, which is Witcher 4, which is actually the one CD Projekt Red themselves is working on. They got a team work. They've got a separate studio working on the remake.
Which one will come out first?
The remake. The remake, they might add stuff, but they're not gonna rewrite the whole thing. Remake will come
Actually,
first.
you're right. I mean, that would make sense. I mean, once you play the remake, and a lot of people will go play 2 and then buy 3 again, and then 3 will have more sales. It has already sold 50 million copies, but
I think they'll end
yeah.
up doing a remaster of 2 about that time too.
It still plays well on Xbox. It plays really good though. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, you would want a 60 frames per second, but it plays really good on Xbox.
But yeah, and the 4th one's gonna be interesting because they're basically leaving the source material behind at this point, and it takes place almost probably 100 years after these games.
Geralt never died. Stays alive.
Well, no, Geralt will be the old Witcher, but it sounds like from what little information we have, it's Ciri who's pretty much taken over the order, and she started, and she's using her elder blood to create new Witchers, because that's what it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, little lore thing. And this isn't spoiler because they don't really cover it in the game. It's more in the TV show and books. But Ciri is what you call the Elder Blood, which is old magic blood. That's why she has powers, and everyone's after her blood. But her blood is how you create Witchers, along with a bunch of other stuff. But the key ingredient is her blood.
She still doesn't know how to control her power in the game. Like she still doesn't know how strong she is. I mean she needs to figure it out. I mean it's by Witcher 4 she would know like how to use her power.
Well, yeah, she's supposed to be
she
an
knows
old
how to
lady
use
in
some
Witcher
of it.
4, so.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean it's 100 or more years after the other games.
I mean
monsters have come back.
But I know I get that, but they're still, like supernatural people. So I think they can control their, their looks though. They could still stay relatively young.
Well, yeah, the
right?
witchers age slower, but witches and stuff they pretty much don't age. They can be killed, but the whole thing is Ciri. She may not age she may age like a Witcher slowly because she's Elder Blood. I'm not sure how it's going to work for that, but she is pretty much, and this is also a new clan that she created, and I think it's like the Panther clan or something like that.
I don't know about that.
Well, no, that's how they introduced it. They showed the new medallion. And it wasn't a cat, but it was like a panther or something else.
So, you're talking about the very beginning?
Of
the very beginning?
Of when they announced Witcher 4 was in development.
Oh, I'll have to check it out.
So, but that's exciting, and so we all know everybody's any particular quest line you all want to talk about a little bit, just that you really liked? Like I'm gonna go over the Bloody Baron because he's got like 4 different endings in himself.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I mean, for the quest, I mean, Novigrad, the city. Once you get through the Bloody Baron, that's when I think you get one of the best, story missions. But my favorite one. Can I just talk a little bit about the main mission or so?
Yeah,
or no?
yeah. Like I said, it's almost 10 years old. Everybody's good now.
Yeah. So it's once you get to this place, Skellige, I believe that's how it's pronounced. Yep. Skellige. It's actually the best looking place in that game. It's so beautiful. Once you get there, I've stopped so many times to just take pictures over there. It's a glorious place, man. I mean, if you're playing the next gen version, definitely go check that place out. So, I mean, it's gonna be.
It's a high level place though, so you got to level up before you go there. You'll just go get slaughtered.
At least level 16 or 18, and in this game you level up very slowly though. So, yeah, that place when you get to, once they're deciding who the next king is gonna be, the king has a daughter and a son. I mean, most people want the son to be the king, but the son doesn't want to be the king at all, and the daughter is just like, she's she wants to be the ruler and all that. I mean, that's the mission. I don't know the name of that mission, but like that whole story plot is phenomenal. Once you play it, I mean, there's a gigantic curve in that mission, so it will throw you off a little bit. And there's some monster hunting and all that. This is crazy. There's some bear stuff too in that part. Like some bears just come out of nowhere, slaughter people. So I mean, it's so much. I cannot talk about the whole thing right now. If I do, it's probably gonna take another hour. I'm sorry. So, right, you go ahead.
I don't know if I really have like a quest line that I really enjoy, considering it's been like 6 years since I've played it.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's been a while.
And play it again. With all
I know I need to play it on that. Yeah. I mean, because I played it on when it first came out.
Did you play the DLC?
No, I just played the main.
Oh, you need to play the DLC, especially.
I need to play the DLC,
especially Blood and Wine.
Blood and Wine. See it.
You gotta play both. They're both.
I haven't played. Yeah, so I mean, I just played the main, and I mean, I don't really have any specific ones. I do need to go back and reply. I do want to play on the new gen systems and stuff just to get a refresher for it. But from what I played, it was spectacular. I mean, I got lost in it. I have hours, quite a bit of hours in it. But
You should stream it. I'll watch it while you stream it. Like you should totally do that. Like TC Cloyd streams Witcher DLC.
Yeah.
Trey, do you own the Game of the Year edition or the standard edition for Witcher?
It was so long ago. It's on my Xbox library. I'll have to.
I
I'll
mean,
have to look.
all this on sale here and there. So I mean, if you pick up the Game of the Year edition, you get the DLCs too, and I believe the next gen update is free. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
It is next gen update is free, but check on G2G, which is owned by them.
Yeah.
You can get the PC version for free.
Oh, okay.
So,
But like, if you want to just continue from like where you left off on Xbox,
that too.
Just get the DLCs. Yeah, but
Well, I might just go through and replay it again. I mean, why not?
I'm just saying, sometimes it's a long game. Sometimes you just once you start, you're like, I mean, I don't want to go through all.
I haven't gotten trophies on my PlayStation.
Okay, all right. If you want to do that, go for it. But like I was saying for Cyberpunk, like the Phantom Liberty DLC, Phantom Liberty DLC is amazing. Like it's like if you ask me a score, I would say 9 out of 10. The Hearts of Stone is 9.5, and I would say Blood and Wine is 10 out of 10. Their
Jeez.
DLCs are just so well done. There's the ending of Blood and Wine. I think it's better ending. I mean, no, main story ending is better, but like the Blood and Wine story ending is also really.
Just a
It's
small
scary.
note about Blood and Wine. Even if you start it mid game or anything, it actually takes place years after the end of the game. It'll even make references when you're playing the DLC and you haven't even done like the end of the game. It literally will make references. So,
but you would not recommend him doing that, not just because of story wise, but because he'll be underpowered. Like that, some guys in Blood and Wine are tough. Like that,
well,
the very first boss is tough.
Well, it the DLC scales. It'll scale to your level when you start it.
Oh, it does. Oh, I did not know that. Okay, good. Okay.
So it scales to your level. The thing is, like, I'm on a character that's on his third or fourth playthrough. I'm at I'm almost level 100. I actually am I'm like 97, 98.
Oh,
dang.
I just wish for New Game Plus they would let you be able to pick wherever location you want to go anytime. Like I wish everything like when you start New Game Plus, everything's scaled to your level. Period. Just like you the way they do it, you still have to start leveling up, going the same course each time. I would like, hey, I want to start and go to Skellige first. Even though you can do that, just not recommend.
Yeah, no.
It should be that way with my opinion with the
It's such a beautiful place, man. It's such a beautiful town. Wow. Breathtaking, actually.
So, well, I like the Skellige area because some of the better Witcher gear's there.
Gotcha. You love your exploration, right? I guess so.
Hey, I had
Like
he knows how obsessed I am with Fallout New Vegas. Like I go after every single special unique weapon, everything you can find. Then I take it back to my place and then I display it.
Oh, thanks.
I'm one of those people.
Gotcha.
Anything else you all want to say about the game before we move on to the question?
But you want to say something about Bloody Baron? I'm sorry. I know it's been a long.
Yeah, Bloody Baron. Bloody Baron is probably my favorite quest. It is a side and main quest line because but I still haven't. I've been trying to get it. There's a way you can get where everyone lives in the Bloody Baron, but it's the hardest one. But it's also the saddest ending apparently. And but reason that game is the reason it's so good and I recommend its quest line is it can really relate to a lot of people's lives. Like I didn't have that kind of life, but I knew people that did. And it's just, it really is like the Bloody Baron is basically the dad who loves his family and cares for him, but he's a hopeless drunk.
Yeah.
And
he
it's
drove them
actually
away.
it's got some really
Sorry,
cool ghost parts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I would
Definitely
recommend like that is, and it's actually the first big quest line you get. So anybody will experience it. But I think that's about me with my stuff because I don't want to get into too spoily. Anybody, you guys got anything else to say?
just about being too spoiled. It's just like I want to talk more, but like it's just no. It's we don't have time. We just don't. It's not reasonable. People are not gonna watch this podcast once they find us 2, 3 hours, 4 hours long. So.
Oh no, we could spend 20 hours talking about Witcher.
But nobody's gonna watch us then, except Trey maybe. And maybe Trey is like, nah, screw it.
You'd be surprised. Some of the ones a lot of people I talk to and watch. My favorite podcast is called Season Gaming Bitcast, and their shows are about 2 to 2.5 hours, or every Sunday, and it's just people that are a little older than us, and they just game, and they have a lot of the same opinions that we do. It's like gaming is gaming. There's not one side better than the other. It's just gaming.
Yeah.
But anyway, so y'all want to hear the trivia question?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Sir.
Which of these is not a Witcher school? Manticore, A, Manticore, B, Bear, C, Griffin, D, Lion.
The only thing I'm certain
God, I
Griffin is
haven't.
there. The Griffin is there. That's the only thing I'm certain about. But
Wait, say that again. What's the multiple
A,
choice question?
Manticore, B, Bear, C, Griffin, and D, Lion. Now, of course, I didn't do Wolf because that's Geralt's school.
I'm not sure, so I'm gonna go with Bear.
Okay.
what's the first one? How do you pronounce the first one? How do you say it?
Manticore.
Manticore. I don't even know what that is.
Actually, I take that back. I'm doing D, Lion.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm going through. Damn, Trey. We're going blind.
Manticore is
What's the right answer?
well, I'm telling you what a Manticore is. It's like a it's like a deer, but kind of like an African deer, one of those things.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's the correct answer?
So you're both going with what? D line.
D, Lion. Yeah.
You're sticking to that answer.
Sticking to my gut, man.
It's line.
Let's go, Dower.
Let's go.
I thought you might get tripped up because there is a school of the cat.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good to go.
There's also a school of the snake. Griffin, snake. There's only those 6 in the game, and then the new one in 4 might be lion, but it's like
okay.
So, but anyway.
Nice.
So they both got the right answer this week, guys.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right. What's your next game on your list outside Helldivers, Trey?
I might run back through The Witcher again.
Go for it.
I'm starting to get the itch. I need to play it on the next gen.
Yeah, definitely try the next gen update.
Something that's not at 30 frames.
No, it's 60.
I know. Something that's not 30 frames because like the old one was.
Yeah.
So nice.
For me, I'm probably gonna be playing Rise of the Ronin. Today I'm playing Dragon's Dogma 2. Unless Trey wants to play Helldivers, I'll jump on with him and play. And you
we'll see. My girlfriend texted me, asked me if I was done. So.
Sorry. It's gonna.
Tell you what, we'll play tomorrow night. We'll all play Helldivers tomorrow night. You all can show me the ropes.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be playing Rise of the Ronin and Dragon's Dogma 2. I dropped a lot of games for these two. I'm probably doing 4 days Dragon's Dogma and 3 days Rise of the Ronin. That's my schedule, people.
Nice.
But definitely on Friday, I want to check out the demo for Stellar Blade. Its demos are gonna be available.
You get special stuff if you complete the demo, just so you know.
All right, cool. We'll do that.
Okay.
What's yours, Jared?
I am still working on Rebirth, so that'll be probably what I'm going to do. And starting Final Fantasy 14 with my real life buddies.
They're real life buddies too.
Nice,
Hey, Trey, if you all want to do the free version, you can join us. I went on ahead and just bought the full version because I'm like that, and just like if I'm going to get a game, I might as well just get the full version. So
yeah, sure, man. Absolutely.
And
Let's go.
what?
I'm gonna play Dragon's Dogma 2 right now.
And I'm getting ready to dip into my back catalog. I'm either going to finally start Spider-Man 3 or
What's Spider-Man 3? Are you talking about movies?
Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2. But it technically is 3. Miles Morales.
Yeah, that's 1.5 though. Whatever.
But 2. Spider-Man 2. I'm going to start Spider-Man 2 and that or Fallen Star Wars Survive.
Jedi Survive.
Yeah.
Nice.
Those are really the two that I haven't finished or even started, so I'd like to get them done.
Nice.
Why are you shaking your hand at me, Dower?
You should have started those 2 games last year.
There was so much coming out.
I wasn't going to say anything.
There was so much coming out last year. It was.
I know.
It was
Alan Wake 2 came out around the same time as Spider-Man, so yeah.
And Alan Wake 2 was a great game. I need to go back. They're doing a free DLC for it.
I was thinking about it today, actually. Good game.
Have you played Alan Wake 2 yet, Trey?
No, I've heard great things, but I played the first one. I just have a crazy backlog that I'm still trying to get through.
Yeah.
So, and I'm trying to platinum GTA 5. Yeah, I went back. I'm like, so I have that. I'm working my way through it. Try to knock in some Helldivers and figuring out some other single player games, which I'm probably going to download The Witcher 3 now. So thank you guys. Appreciate it.
All right,
replay.
This is what the show's for. This gets people to try games. They
replay.
And plus,
just play whatever you want to play, guys. I'm not gonna force anybody. Just play whatever you feel.
I'm forcing it. Play it.
I'm forcing you to play Witcher, Trey, and you need to stream the DLC.
I'm gonna play it.
And he's probably gonna be playing 2K more than that.
Anyway. 2K toxic relationship with 2K, but I love it. Love it.
You have that same toxic relationship with Madden as well.
Oh yeah, all sports games. And FIFA, and MLB The Show, all of them. I play them all.
All right. Well, socials, everyone.
TC Woozy, hit me up.
Yeah.
But isn't it Trey Cloyd on Twitter?
No, it's Woozy.
Oh, it's Woozy.
You hit me up. Yep, you hit me up. I got 2 Twitters.
Yeah, no, he follows me with both of them. Thanks for the extra follow, Trey.
Yeah, no problem, man.
You're only following me with one of them, Trey. Where's my other follow?
Oh, I'll follow your other one.
I think I followed him first. Maybe that's why. I didn't even see you as a mutual follower in there, so I was like, all right, maybe this is the wrong Trey, I guess. So.
Nah, we're good.
Go ahead. You go ahead, Jared.
This is just kind of ending. I've been meaning to have this conversation, but I'm thinking about doing us an Instagram where we just post clips of our own games, just like little snippets or something that we like, and y'all send it to me, and I'll put it on our Inside Game Chat Instagram so people can watch the reels.
Nice.
Yeah. Waiting for Trey's Helldivers.
Yeah.
My
got
Twitter
some wild clips.
is random_name. You can find me there.
Yeah, mine is simple. Dower_Hussein. I'm not gonna get my Xbox social anymore because I'm probably gonna be moving to PC. So yeah,
He
whatever.
says that now. He says that now, but I don't believe him. I think he'll still play
I mean,
Xbox just as much.
I'm talking about 4 years from now, not now. So, yeah. They're getting rid of my disk drive, so I mean, yeah, I might as well just jump on the most powerful machine, I guess. So yeah.
So,
Not
well,
lying.
then you should still be giving out your social then. Until then,
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, it's can follow me, Dower Rock and Roll on Xbox.
Let's go.
Beck's the name on
Yeah.
Xbox. TC Woozy on Xbox for Trey.
TC
Yeah,
Woozy on everything, baby. Gotta make it standard.
See,
that's cool.
I remember he once was called Elite Cobra Chief.
Yeah. It's back in
Yeah,
the
what
day.
happened? That's a good name.
Back in the day. Had to switch it up.
We teased him about that name a little bit, if I remember correctly. Anyway, well, everyone say bye. Catch y'all next
See you
week.
guys. Take care. Have a good one.
And we'll have a surprise for what our next one is.